Here they are, the new Nokia phones with Windows Phone 8.1. First of all, of course, the Lumia 930, but to this one we will come a little bit later. I'll start up here with the Lumia 630. First one with a dual SIM version, and as you can see around here, you can just rip off the backside and we have first SIM, second SIM, and of course a slot for a micro SD card up to 128 gigabyte, by the way. So you have lots of storage, even if the internal memory is just 8 gigabyte, net something about 6 gigabyte, I guess. And of course, this is more important with Windows Phone 8.1, because under the new version of that microphone mobile system, you can now choose to swipe apps to the micro SD card. So you have the internal memory just for your system apps and whatever you need on the phone itself. So this one is a big advantage as far as I can see. And by the way, here we see that really dual SIM on that two separated private and business inboxes, for example. We will come to mobile phone in a separate video, by the way, but just as you can see, we have now, for example, 3 rows over here, even on the smaller devices with a smaller design, because this one is 4.5 inch display. By the way, it's IPS, 480 by 854 pixels, coming to 221 ppi. On the back side we have a camera of 5 megapixels, video with 720p, sorry for that, and the RAM is 512 megabyte. But you don't have LTE. This is on the Lumia 635 only, but you do not have dual cell HSPI either, so you just have the plain regular 3G network download rate of up to 21 megabit per second. But by the way, if you get them, be lucky, because that would be really enough if we would get all and everywhere 21 megabit per second. So coming to the Lumia 635, this is this one. As you can see, the back sides of these are glossy and matte of the 630, and the only difference is just that you have now LTE Cat 3, meaning you have download rates up to 100 megabit per second. And as you can see, we have new colors, that orange, for example, or that apple green, and this is concerning the 932, but let's come to the prices. The single SIM version of the 630 will be 159, and the dual SIM version 169, and that 635 will be 179 euros, coming prices from Nokia. All will be available in Q2, meaning the first one will be the 630 coming around June, and the 635 in July, including this one, our now flagship, the 930. And before we come to the specs, let me show you the backside, because here also we have new colors. And I would suggest to have a look, especially of the not the dark one, because on the black one, it's existing, of course, you do not see that we have a metal band over here, like a metal frame around here. That's looking very, classy, and it's giving a very solid, or I can show you on this picture over here. If I'm trying to wind this phone, you see not at all just one, no pixels where they're getting dark because of the glass going down on the panel. So this is built very strong, and imagine if this phone is going to the ground, I guess you just will have a little damage over here, but it's not broken because this is aluminum. Now coming to Windows Phone 8 and the display, as you can see, it's very huge. It's 5-inch Full HD, meaning you have 1080 by 1920 pixels, coming to 441 ppi sharpness. It's OLED, meaning that the pixels are glowing themselves and not being illuminated from the back. So it's very strange and clear black, meaning you have high contrast, as you can see here. It's a really good look, and especially if you think about this friend over here, that's a 925. Up to now, it's the most compact one of the upper class Lumias, and I always thought this one is the most handy one, the most compact one. But if I'm comparing now both devices, and as you know, the 925 has a 4.5-inch display, and this one again, it's 5-inch. So you see that you will have almost no addition in the bright or here on the width, because the width is this thing you will this one is giving you the feeling how compact or big a phone is. So the 930 is feeling almost quite as compact as the 925, except that you have that round corners here, and this one is around a little bit, but because of that aluminum edges over here, it's a little bit harder from the feeling, but not in a bad manner, you know what I mean. So if you compare both devices, just a little bit more in the length, and that's not giving you a feeler of bigger. By the way, if we are on the dimensions, this is 71 by 137 millimeters, and thickness is 9.8 millimeters, weight 167 grams. But as I told you, I'm coming to the specs. Of course, it's a Snapdragon 800 processor, meaning you have 4 cores by 2.2 gigahertz, 2 GB of RAM, and of course a 20 megapixels camera. Pure view. No xenon flash, of course. It's just, as you can see, 2 LEDs, but nevertheless, videos, by the way, full HD. And Nokia is telling me that there's built-in 4 microphones. I just can't see those 2 over here, but they are telling me 4 microphones, just to not only to optimize telephony quality, so blending out the background noise, but also making possible Dolby Digital plus video recording, so you have that Dolby Digital sound just right away from the phone. LTE Cat 4, meaning you have a download rate of up to 150 megabit per second. Wireless Wi-Fi AC, of course, NFC, dual set HSPA, so meaning that you even have in 3G networks up to 42 megabit per second. And now coming to the bad news, because, by the way, first of all, I have to just show you again this one over here. I hope you can see in the video, because this is Gorilla Glass 3 with a curved edge. So it's going a little bit around here, just almost without any feelable slot between the glass and the aluminum here over. So this is really well crafted, I wanted to say. But on the other hand, as you can imagine, with a device formed like that the battery again is fixed, so you can't open this backside over here. A battery has 2420 milliampere hours, but can be charged wirelessly. So just lay it down on a Qi station and it will be recharged. And on the other hand, as you might have seen already, there's no slot for a micro SD card. No, this is not SD card slot, this is, and that's something I really appreciate, because here we have that nano SIM slot. And by the way, this is the very smallest one you might know from the iPhone. I know you do not change your SIM card every day, but nevertheless, everybody who always looked for that typical pin you would need to open that slot will appreciate that this is a alternative right now. So I would prefer these, especially on models with SD cards, of course, that you just not need your pin anymore. Just take your fingernail and just pull it out. Great. On the other hand, the memory. No SD card, meaning you can't expand your memory, and that's internal 32 gigabyte, meaning you have a net memory size of I do not look, because this is beta version of Windows Phone 8.1, so I do not want to be incorrect. So let me guess that that will be something between 26 and 28 gigabyte net memory. But that's a lot, of course, for you and me and most of us. But as we know, there are people outside that want to have all their 50,000 MP3 files with them all the time on the phone. That would be a little bit too much for this 930, but on the other hand, you have cloud storage, you have USB on the go, but unfortunately you can't extend it with an SD card. That would have been the best, especially if we're talking about Windows Phone 8.1, because as I told you, you can now switch apps or choose to get apps from the internal memory to the SD card. So, well, I hope that's enough for a first impression of the new Lumia phones 330, 335 and 930. The 930 is coming in July, and the price of Nokia will be 579 euros without any contract. Thanks for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and to recommend it. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I hope to see you back soon. Bye.